New home sales are down, but why? That's the topic that we'll discuss in today's Backstage Pass. Good morning, I'm James Lopez, president at HomeFi Corporation. First, I want to say, first and foremost, that our hearts are broken and grieving with the families in Uvalde, Texas. Such a small community and very similar to a small community that we live in here on the Gulf Coast of Florida. And as a father, it's just heartbreaking to see those families having to go through such a horrible tragedy that they're having to go through. Our hearts are breaking with them. We are grieving with them, and we are praying for the families that have been affected by this horrible tragedy and the community that's surrounding that area. We're praying for you. A lot of times I try to say, see if you can take some positive out of negative news, but this is one of those examples where there's no positive out of this. But what it does do is it gives us a chance to pause, to grieve with those who grieve, and to kind of take a look around us and look at our family and our friends and our loved ones, the people that we love, and just tell them, hey, I love you. And so I want to encourage you to do that today. Take a moment, tell your friends, tell your family, tell those that you love, tell them that you love them. Now, moving on into the news, yesterday new home sales came out, data from the census, the United States Census, and this is data about sales for new homes, newly constructed homes, and the data was pretty rough. It was in line with expectations to some degree, but the data was pretty rough. New home sales were down 17% in the month of April, month over month. And year over year, sales were down 27%. Now, the question that we have to ask in that is why? Why are new home sales down so much? And we could certainly say that home prices that are up has something to do with that. Interest rates that are up have something to do with that, and that that's definitely true. But I want you to think about this for a second. Uncertainty is a major factor in this. All right, so typically, a new home takes about 6 months to build, all right? 6 months from start to finish for construction. Right now, they're taking much, much longer, and because of all the things that we've discussed that builders are facing, they are having a lack of labor force. Prices are up. Supply chain is slow. So all these things that builders are facing, new homes are taking a lot longer to build right now, sometimes over a year in many cases. So if you're a person that's looking to buy and you're going to buy a new home, think about, can you and will you commit to moving a year from now and still being uncertain about when the date is going to, the house is going to be finished. And that's the problem, is that it's taking so long and there's just uncertainty in when the construction is going to be finished. And so that's really what's playing a factor into new home sales. And again, if you think about, people rarely make moving plans a year in advance, but also think about understanding that, hey, there's talks of recession in the economy right now. So, making a plan to move a year from now doesn't really seem like a good idea to many people. And that's really what's affecting the new home sales. But then there's also the other piece of it is just, what's actually complete right now. To that point, there were 444,000 new homes that were for sale at the end of April, but only 38,000 of those, around 6%, were actually completed. So only 6% of the homes that are new homes for sale right now across the country are done. The rest are under construction, or they haven't even started yet. And so those are the factors that are really kind of driving the news about new home sales. Now, later this week, we're going to get pending signed contracts, and that's going to be signed contracts or pending home sales. It's going to be signed contracts on existing homes. We'll get that data tomorrow and bring that data to you as well. But again, this new home sales is down quite a bit, 27% year over year. And again, while interest rates and home values are driving that, we really think that a big driver in that is just the uncertainty of people not knowing when is the house going to be finished and trying to make plans to move a year from now or maybe more. Just that uncertainty is kind of driving that. Now, jumping into the markets today, we're seeing a lot of global slowdown in the manufacturing sectors. Several of the manufacturing sectors here in the United States and regions have put out their indexes that are showing that there's concern for growth in the future, in the coming future, and that slowdown in manufacturing is really kind of weighing down on stocks and kind of giving a bump to bonds. We've seen that towards the end of the week last week. It's not the only factor, but it is a factor. We've seen that towards the end of the week last week with stocks, and how that some of that money has moved into bonds. And we saw that again yesterday. Today, there's some volatility in the market today. Not a ton of news that comes out today, but there is some volatility in the market today. And as of right now, mortgage bonds are up 17 basis points. Stocks are up right now as well. And the 10-year yield is down about 1 basis point. But that's been pretty volatile all morning this morning. So what that's going to mean for mortgage rates today is that mortgage rates are going to open about where they closed off yesterday. And if the stock market decides to really rally, that could prove to be some bad news for bonds. So there's a chance that we could get some repricing for the worse throughout the day if the stock market decides to put on a big rally. That's yet to be seen. A lot of uncertainty right now going forward about what the bond market is going to do and really what mortgage interest rates are going to do. But whatever gains that we can get, we'll take. And again, mortgage bonds are up right now. So hopefully interest rates will open about the same as they were yesterday, possibly a little bit better. But we're going to have our eyes peeled for a possible reprice and let you know if that happens. Now that's all that we have for today. And remember, love who you love, say that you do, hold on as tight as they'll let you. Hope you have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.